All right, well, as I mentioned, there's a lot going on in the world. Talked about the elections yesterday. We got Iraq, big situation there. Ongoing war on terrorism, that preoccupies, I think, everybody in America. But let's face it, the one thing that's on everybody's mind, and I mean this the first thing that's on their mind, the thing all of us are thinking about right now in this country is the new stamp designs. Aren't I right? Okay. That's the first thing you think about, and then you get to the other stuff. And this is big for me because I'm a big stamp nerd, as you can probably tell. I'm like, oh, stamps! The post office always coming up with new stamps, and somehow, once again, our show was lucky enough to get a sneak peek, an exclusive, at some of the new designs. We have them here tonight. This is a huge deal to me, and I think this is a big thing in America. This could be our highest-rated show ever, simply because I have a sneak peek at these new stamp designs. Do you want to see these? Because I'll show them to you right now. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing. That's great. All I did was ask you to go along, and you took the ball and ran. Stamps, 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 stamps. Tonight on the news, Dan Rather, stamps, 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 stamps. All right, this is big. I know it sounds like I'm kidding around and I'm being sarcastic, but this is really big. This is a series of stamps. The first series shows what it would look like if famous historical figures had very different body types. It's a new concept for a series of stamps. That's right. If different historical figures had very different body types, let's take a look. The first stamp is called Tall Napoleon. It's a really good one. There's this one here, like Fat Gandhi. That's a good stamp right there. And then, of course, Short Abe Lincoln is the final stamp. It's available there. No, those are good. That's a good series. Next up is this series is called Other Things Besides Acting That Madonna Thinks She's Good At series. That's right. There's gardening. She's convinced she's good at gardening. Rocketry. That's another one right there. Structural engineering. And then heart surgery is the final one in the series. So, okay, we're just kidding. She's very good at heart surgery. That fixed it. This next series features some of today's biggest stars where they clearly don't belong. It's the Idiots Among Greatness series. That's right, there's Tara Reid at Yalta, the famous Yalta Conference. She was the one that said, keep Czechoslovakia. Johnny Knoxville signing the Declaration of Independence. He's really psyched about it. David Arquette on Mount Rushmore. I think that's a good one. And my favorite, Britney Spears at the Last Supper. That's one that's going to be hard to get. That's a good one. This next group of stamps is called the Gay Icon series. Gay Icon series, there's Liza, that's right, Babs, Cher, and Conan. And I thought that maybe... That's not funny. That's just... This next series is sure to be a big hit. It's the Dog Stereotypes series. Dog Stereotype series. There's a Chinese pug playing ping pong right there. He's really into it. There's an Irish setter getting soused right there. Yeah, that makes you... There's a German Shepherd Nazi right there. And he looks mean. And, of course, a French poodle surrendering to German Shepherds. So, it's a good series. That's a good... Look out for that one. I'm going to get that whole series. All right, next up is the Medical Marijuana Uses series. Medical Marijuana Uses series. First one's glaucoma, neuralgia, depression, and my favorite, I'm in the Max Weinberg 7.
Hey.
Those aren't uses, those are excuses for why you would want marijuana, right? Okay, we should have had a rehearsal. The band's just happy to be on camera. We're on camera, man. All right. This next group is called Animals Having Nightmares series. That's right. These are animals having nightmares. There's, of course, zebra dreaming about a lion. That's a common nightmare for zebra. Cow having a nightmare about Ronald McDonald. And, of course, a tiger having a nightmare about Siegfried and Roy. And that's... Next up is the PBS Scandal series. This commemorates all the scandals in PBS history. There's Ken Burns streaking right there. There's Charlie Rose punching Nelson Mandela. It was an ugly incident. Of course, we all remember when Mr. Rogers robbed at dry cleaners. That was... And, of course, Cookie Monster's cocaine bust. That was... And finally, this last series should be popular among science fiction fans. It's the Famous Robots Slacking Off series. Famous Robots Slacking Off series. There's Rosie from the Jetsons playing pinball. There's C-3PO picking his nose. There's the robot from Lost in Space reading Maxim magazine. And, of course, RoboCop masturbating. Now, I fought hard to keep that last stamp out of tonight's show, and I was overruled. Okay, not true, but anyway, we're going to take a break. When we come back, Rebecca Romaine Stamos is here, and that's a good show.